6 potential sister wives storylines to explore if the show changes formats for season 20. Longtime fans of Sister Wives have watched the show evolve from its original concept of following the lives of a polygamous family with one father and 4 moms into what it is today. Now, Kody Brown and Robyn Brown live a monogamous lifestyle, while former wives Meri Brown, Cristin Brown-Woolley, and Janelle Brown rediscover themselves outside the constraints of such an unconventional marriage. Cristin was the first wife to leave the family. She was followed by Meri and Janelle. The children, many of whom are grown, live in different places, and Sister Wives Season 19 followed their journeys. After Cristin and Kody's contentious split, she found love again with David Woolley. The two embarked on a whirlwind romance and got married in October 2023 in Moab, Utah, with many of the Brown family in attendance. However, Kody and Robyn weren't invited to the nuptials. David and Kody have met at various family outings, but it would have been strange for Kody to attend Cristin's wedding. Still, in an interesting moment from the Sister Wives Tell All Part 2, Kody revealed that he enjoyed spending time with David, even referring to him as overly handsome. Kody said he was initially nervous to meet and interact with David, especially in front of his kids. However, the experience was delightful. Kody told Tell All host Cristin that he was much more comfortable with David than Cristin, and he said that he actually enjoyed watching Cristin fall in love with David, and that David was probably a decent person. When asked if he could see the two going on a double date, Kody said, "I've had conversations with David since that just was kind of like I enjoyed his company and I had a dirty thought. I thought David and I should go on a guy's trip together. And then I went, that would just be so uncool to Cristin." Despite Kody saying it wouldn't be cool for Cristin, the thought of Kody and David taking a guy's trip together is exciting. They could take a road trip, and each man would have to pull their weight, and here could even be a challenge aspect incorporated. It can be a take on The Amazing Race, but it's David and Kody only. Watching Kody and David interact, let alone compete, would be incredible television. Since Meri left Kody, she's emerged as someone who's hungry for life and adventure. She even went to England on a solo trip because she'd never been and figured it was the perfect time to spread her wings. Meri's showing a side of herself viewers didn't get to see much of on Sister Wives, which is the fun, lighthearted side. Meri is also known as someone who loves to decorate and throw parties. Since Janelle recently opened Tata Farms, a flower farm in North Carolina with daughter Madison Brownbrush, perhaps Meri could join to help throw events on the Tata Farms property. The farm isn't open to the public yet, although branded merchandise is available through its website, tatafarms.com. Once the farm is up and running, they plan to offer it as an event space for weddings, photo shoots, and more. Meri and Janelle have a newfound bond after leaving Kody. They teamed up to ensure they each got equal shares from the sale of Coyote Pass, the family's land they purchased in 2018. Seeing Meri integrating herself into Janelle's family, since they have a long history together, would put Meri's decorating skills to great use at Tata Farms. Cristin and Janelle's tight bond was strengthened through their divorces from Kody. Both women found themselves on similar paths of self-discovery. Janelle was also inspired by Cristin's relationship with David that she could find love again one day too, as the two spent nearly 30 years raising their kids together as sister wives. As such, the two should combine forces and start a business together. Both Cristin and Janelle are business-minded and are determined to never be in the same poor financial situation they were in when married to Kody. Cristin and Janelle have both opened businesses since leaving Kody. They already spend so much time together, supporting one another through various life changes. So a business the two could open, it could be centered on real estate. Cristin recently bought an Airbnb and Janelle's background is in real estate. Cristin and Janelle would be a killer real estate team. Meri was Kody's first wife, the long-suffering woman who stood back and let Kody bring in 2 more wives and then legally divorce Meri so he could marry Robyn and adopt her children from her first marriage. Meri was always obedient, even as she saw her marriage falling apart. She showed up for the family and felt like Kody abandoned her when he stopped actively trying to make the marriage work. Still, Meri and Kody have come to a new understanding with their relationship after their divorce. In a much-talked-about scene from Sister Wives Season 19, Kody and her brother-in-law, Nathan, helped Meri move from Arizona to Utah. Kody and Meri's relationship took on a new tone, very lighthearted and even slightly flirtatious. Cody called Mary his favorite ex-wife, and the two had a playful experience, aside from Mary's confusion at Cody's emotional outburst at her leaving. Cody even said that should Mary ever remarry, he'd want to walk her down the aisle. Cody and Mary could get their own spin-off dating, Bachelor style, except Cody sets Mary up with a bevy of available men. It could be called Find My Wife a Husband, something irreverent and poking fun at the non-traditional structure of polygamous families. Cody would walk Mary down the aisle if she chose to marry any of her suitors. In early seasons of Sister Wives, the four wives came up with an idea for a jewelry business where they designed custom pieces that would be meaningful for polygamous families. In fact, on the website, MissSisterWivesCloset.com, there's a message announcing that the shop will be back up and running soon, along with a link and newsletter to sign up to receive updates. Still, the store hasn't posted on Instagram in 6 years, so a comeback might seem unlikely. If the women were able to put aside their differences and revamp My Sister Wives Closet for a 2025 audience, they could add a wellness element, like items to assist with self-care and meditation. The women could push the products on social media and enlist their kids to help too. It would prove that the Browns will always be family, especially when there's a potential profit involved. Sister Wives has followed the Brown family for 10+ years, and that includes all the trials and tribulations of a family that size. From birthdays and celebrations to difficult moments, like divorce and death, the Browns have always been open about showing all. In addition to those poignant moments, the Browns have moved probably dozens of times throughout the run of the show. Whether they're fleeing in the middle of the night or moving on after a failed marriage, the Browns love moving, and they love the road trip that normally ensues. They should open a moving company, My Sister Wives Movers, and make use of all their experience. It would be reality TV gold and an interesting way to keep the Browns on TV for a long time.